Want to learn how to avoid meltdowns in kids? Stay tuned for my favorite tips in avoiding meltdowns, tantrums, and blowups. Hi, I'm Robert Schramm, a behavior analyst, education specialist, author, and dad. And I'm also the developer of the 7 Steps to Instructional Motivation. Each week, I provide you with helpful information based on the Just 7 Steps approach. So if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, take a second and do it now. You'll be glad that you did. What is a bigger embarrassment or pain in the butt for a parent than dealing with a public meltdown in your kids? Children are highly emotional beings who are constantly going through states of growth and development. They are experiencing new situations on the daily, and they're trying their absolute best to navigate a thoroughly complicated and ever-changing world. They count on us, their parents, for guidance and support, and we need to be able to do both of those things for them as we navigate them through a never-ending gauntlet of potential disappointments. That's right, life is filled with joy and fun, but to really get to enjoy these things, we have to learn how to get through life's disappointments as quickly and painlessly as possible. And children just aren't born with this skill. It's something they will have to learn through experience. Now, avoiding meltdowns in your kids has 2 parts. There is what to do during a meltdown that makes meltdowns less likely in the future. And there's what you could do in the moment to make a meltdown less likely to occur now. In today's video blog, I'm going to focus on that second of these 2 questions. What are the things we can do from moment to moment when a meltdown is likely to occur to prevent or avoid it from happening? Now, I can cover what to do during a meltdown to make them less likely in a future video. So please just hit me up in the comments and let me know if you'd like to hear about that or any other topics of interest for you in future blog posts. So if you're asking yourself, how can I avoid meltdowns in kids, and you are interested in the things you can control in the moments before a meltdown begins, here is that list of things you can do. First, carry with you some form of meaningful reinforcement at all times. What are some things you can have with you that your child might be interested in having and be willing to accept the answer no to if this alternative was available instead? Now, I may not like that mom is saying I can't have ice cream, but I might be less likely to tantrum or melt down if she's offering me some of my favorite snacks or a chance to play a game on her iPhone instead. Second, whenever you have to say no to something, try to always couch that no with a meaningful alternative. For example, no, you can't have ice cream right now, but if you're able to stay calm here in the store, I'll give you some goldfish crackers that I have here in my bag, and we can have some ice cream for dessert later. Third, let your child know that you understand their feelings and how hard it is to hear the answer no. Share with them that you get why they would want it, and remind them that they can trust you, that you will make sure they have access to fun stuff, including ice cream when the time is right. And finally, quickly give them access to their approved reinforcer as soon as you've given your instruction and they have not yet begun to get upset or meltdown or tantrum. Show them that if they start to get fidgety or whiny, that they might lose access to this alternative reinforcer as well. And that even though the ice cream is not going to be available, the alternative is only available if they remain positive. Now, I can't promise you this is going to stop all of your child's meltdowns. And actually, kids need to have meltdowns from time to time to learn how to show their displeasure and to develop coping skills. But it is the best chance you have at limiting them, especially in public situations where it would be harmful to you or them socially. If you follow these guidelines while also learning how to respond when meltdowns do still occur, you will then be in the best position to move them through this total meltdown phase of life as quickly as possible and get them into more mature ways to show and to negotiate out their displeasures. You know, another important aspect is understanding your child's specific behavior type. Most kids have a special type of behavior that more prominently affects their interactions, both positive and negative, with their parents. If you want to learn more about how to avoid meltdowns in your kids, you can certainly follow the steps above, but also take the time to identify and learn how to work with your child's behavior type. At my website, just 7 steps/quiz, you can take my behavior types quiz. Learn if your child has a specific behavior type and how you can use that information to help you reduce tantrums and avoid meltdowns in your kids. So once again, if your goal is to move your child through the tantrum stage of development and to avoid meltdowns in your kids, there are things you can do before and after a meltdown starts to affect their future use of that type of behavior. And as for what you can do before a meltdown starts, try to remember to always carry with you other forms of meaningful reinforcement. And when you have to say no to something, remember to couch that no in an offer for a meaningful alternative. Make that alternative reinforcement immediately available before the behavior starts to escalate. Use quick movements to show them that this alternative is only going to remain available if they don't lose it, but that you fully understand the emotional challenge that they're having and that you are there to make sure that they're okay if they need a hug or want to discuss other options later. And go to the just7steps.com/quiz to identify your child's overriding behavior type and how that information can be helpful to you avoid meltdowns and bad behavior in your kids. If you like this video blog, I would love it if you would leave me a comment, give me a thumbs up, share the video with others who might be interested, and subscribe to the channel for more tips and parenting videos. I will see you right here next week, but only if you remember to subscribe. So do it now and watch how we change the way your kids start to interact with you.